All right, we are back. Let's talk to people, starting with Moira McTaggart.
Ah, a new X-Man, eh? Where does Charles find such splendid people? What can I do for you, lass?
That was a fucked up way of spelling, what can I do for you? What can I do for ya? Like, Jesus, I know she has an accent, but you don't have to spell out her accent.
Are you Dr. Moira McTaggart?
Aye, that's me. I run the Mutant Research Centre here on Muir Island.
Are you a mutant?
No. But my son Kevin was. The poor lad.
What happened to him?
I believe in his case, his mutation truly was a curse. It drove him to madness. He escaped the research centre and went on a killing spree. The X-Men had no choice but to destroy him.
What is this place?
This is the Mutant Research Centre. From here, I study mutant genetics and aid the Xavier Institute whenever and however I can.
How'd you come to be involved with the X-Men?
Charles and I were very good friends back in college.
What's wrong with Illyana?
I honestly don't know. Her body's shutting down for no apparent reason. Perhaps it has something to do with her X gene.
What's an X gene?
That's the gene that gives mutants their special abilities.
So, one little gene is the cause of all this trouble between humans and mutants?
Aye, I suppose you could say that.
How have you gone on this long, staying at the X Mansion, taking classes, I presume, and not once have you learned what an X gene is?
Goodbye, Doctor.
Goodbye, lass.
I mean, pick up the pace, Allison. I mean, everyone else is learning Algebra 2 and you still learning fucking 1, 2, 3.
Hey, you. Don't be afraid. Would you mind talking to me a little while?
What a fucking weirdo.
Sure am. I'm Jamie Madrix, aka Multiple Man. But floating here, I feel more like Lily-Pad Man.
Very funny. What's your mutant power?
Duplicates of me are created whenever my body experiences any sort of impact, even something as simple as snapping my fingers. Needless to say, I'd never lose in a boxing match.
It's weird. It didn't say, like do the voice line when I selected the option, but whatever.
Why are you floating in that vat?
This is a lip-tide bath. I'm soaking in it to regain my strength after battling the Brotherhood. Guess I kind of overextended myself and lost control of my clones.
So, you have trouble controlling your powers too?
Hey, who doesn't every once in a while? We're mutants, not machines. There's no cutoff switch that automatically gets thrown when we go past our limit.
You fought the Brotherhood?
Yeah, well, I had some help from Forge and Moira, but yeah, I fought them. They did a lot of damage to the facility. Forge is still trying to sort things out.
Bye. Hope you feel better soon.
Thanks. I'm feeling better already.
My friend Wolverine tells me you are Magma, a recent addition to the X-Men. I am Colossus.
Who are you?
I am Pyotr Nikolaevich Rasputin, or simply Peter Rasputin, as my English-speaking friends call me.
From your accent, I take it you're Russian.
Da. There is no greater country or more beautiful land on this earth. Ah, how I love the splendor of Mother Russia.
You almost sound like a poet.
Me? A poet? Yet. But I do love to paint. It is a passion of mine.
How were you able to hold up that regulator back at the nuclear plant?
I am able to transform my body into an organic metal that grants me incredible strength, as well as the ability to withstand high temperatures.
Wow, that's amazing.
Perhaps, but I still enjoy my flesh and blood form. It is only then that I am truly able to sweat and put my back into my work.
Okay, but like, why are you still in your metal form right now? You're like not even in any danger. Shouldn't you just like ease up?
I'm very sorry to hear about your sister's illness.
I too am sorry, but I refuse to give up on my sister. To lose Illyana would be more than I could bear.
Take care, Colossus.
Thank you, Allison.
I know it was you, Alex. What have you gotten yourself into?
Look, all I ask is that you meet me.
You couldn't have picked a worse time.
Scott, you really need to see this for yourself. Then you'll understand.
I don't know. I need to...
Hope to see you there, Scott. I've got to go. Bye.
Bye, Alex.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
You didn't.
If you don't mind my asking, who was that?
Someone who needs a swift kick.
Computer, shut down the power grids in the 3rd, 4th, and 8th sectors.
Invalid command.
Ah! I made you! I can break you, you chunk of... Oh. Hi, yes. My name's Forge. What can I do for you?
Hi, I'm Allison. I'm Magma. Nice workshop you have here.
Thanks. I use it to build any new equipment Dr. McTaggart might require. You see, I have the ability to build any type of machine.
That's got to be...
The weirdest mutant power you've ever heard of, yes, I know. Everybody says that, until they need me to build a machine for them, that is.
Are you having trouble with your computer?
Ever since the Brotherhood stormed through here, the mainframe's been acting flaky. It's constantly turning systems on and off, won't take any of my commands. Say, could I ask a big favor of you?
Like what?
Would you mind manually rebooting the Institute supercomputer? I need it to program the life support system I built for Illyana.
Rebooting a supercomputer sounds pretty technical.
There's nothing to it. I do it myself, but I have to be here when the mainframe comes online.
Sure, I'd love to help out. What do I do?
Go to the primary core. Once you're there, contact me over the radio, and I'll walk you through the steps to rebooting the computer.
And now we go to the comm core.
Okay, Forge. I found the primary core. What should I do now?
Wait a second, Allison. I just found out I can't shut down the computer defense systems. They'll attack anything that moves in there. Maybe I should get one of the other X-Men to handle this.
There's no time to waste, Forge. Illyana will die without your help, and you can't help her until this computer is working.
I have to agree, Allison. Time is running out. You're very brave to do this.
Nah, I'm just looking forward to a good fight.
You're starting to sound like Wolverine. Okay, Allison. Move into the room, and I'll talk you through the steps to rebooting the computer.
Sick, awesome, let's fucking go.
First, you'll need to raise the bridge to get to the primary controls. There should be a control panel near the bridge.
Never mind. Okay, now we'll go. Hello? This part is not that difficult. Watch me say that and then get my ass beat immediately. But it shouldn't be that difficult, right? Especially since I know what I have to do.
The bridge won't go up. I'll have to clear it off first.
Okay. Be careful, Allison.
Alright, everyone move. Out of the way. Look at this fucking idiot looking at the other side. Yeah, what are you gonna do, huh? Yeah, back the hell up, man. It's real simple. Now that everyone's dead, you just use the bridge controls. Slowly go up.
This panel isn't doing anything, Forge.
Yeah, from my monitor, it looks like the core is out of alignment.
So what should I do?
There are 2 core control stations. Find them and access the core. They should automatically align.
And now you did that, now you have to go back over here.
Good job, Allison. Now you have to find the other core control station. That's more like it. The core is in alignment. Now head back to the primary controls and access them.
I've got it covered, Forge. How's that, Forge?
It worked. Great job, Allison. The computer is coming back online. You handled that like a pro.
But what about Illyana?
I'm already using the main computer to help her. Thanks, Allison. You probably just saved her life. Okay, Moira. I've finished downloading the program. How do things look?
That's done it, Forge. Illyana's life signs are stabilizing. Your talents truly are a gift from heaven.
I couldn't have done it without Allison. She's the hero.
Well then, I thank you, Allison. You saved Illyana's life.
Anyone could have done it.
Nonsense. You deserve to be congratulated, lass.
Thanks. I'm just glad Illyana's better.
X-Men, meet at the X-Jet. Now. It's time we left for the mansion, people. Colossus, you're welcome to join us.
Since Dr. McTaggart is sending Illyana to see Professor Xavier at the X-Mansion, I will go too.
Huh, isn't that convenient?
We got back from Muir Island a little while ago. Somehow my troubles with the Brotherhood really don't seem important compared to what poor Illyana's going through. I hope Dr. McTaggart and Professor Xavier can help her.
Sick, we're outside again. Yo, is this a basketball court? Let's fucking go! What are you guys doing? No one's playing basketball? Why is this motherfucker sitting on the ground? I thought basketball was stuck up there. I don't know. Okay, you got basketball court, full-ass basketball court, and you're not even fucking using it. What's the point?
Hello, Allison Crestmere.
How did you discover your mutant powers?
One day, I was working in the fields when a tractor went out of control and threatened to crush my sister Illyana. Without thinking, I jumped in the path of the runaway machine.
Oh my gosh, what happened?
My body transformed into living metal and gave me the strength of 100 men. I stopped the tractor with little effort.
Come on, Allison. You already knew what his backstory was. We've already done the trivia.
Any word on your sister?
I have spoken with Dr. McTaggart, but there is no change in Illyana's condition. I fear her time grows short.
But Dr. McTaggart seems pretty certain she can save her.
Perhaps. But I am not so certain now.
Illyana's lucky to have a brother like you.
Yet, I am the lucky one. My sister gives me reason to live. Without her, I would be an empty shell.
Take it easy, Colossus.
So long as my sister is ill, I will never take it easy.
Oh, and there's somebody to talk to.
Hello, dear. You must be new to the school.
Yes, my name is Allison Crestmere.
How delightful. I'll bet all the boys are chasing after a pretty girl like you. Men, they're so easy to own.
Allison, I'd like to introduce you to Emma Frost, also known as the White Queen. She has immense psychic talents.
Charles, my sweet. You're looking more handsome every day.
And you, Emma, are equal parts beauty and chaos.
Such a smooth talker. You could charm a girl right out of her.
Thank you for coming to the mansion so promptly. I am in dire need of your talents.
Not to worry, Charles. Auntie Emma will make it all better. You see, Allison, men are so easy. Much like the boy you're interested in. Bobby Drake? Hello, Allison. How's that boy you have your eye on? Bobby Drake?
What a fucking weirdo.
Who are you?
My name is Emma Frost, but I'm also known as the White Queen. In part because I can shift into a diamond form that is indestructible.
Aren't you a telepath?
Yes, while I'm no Charles Xavier, I am rather talented in that area.
How long have you been an X-Man?
I'm not. Being a permanent part of a group is much too confining. I prefer to come and go as I please. That way I'm not bound by the X-Men's rather prudish code of ethics.
How did you know about Bobby?
It's amazing the things you learn when you're a telepath.
I thought telepaths weren't supposed to read minds unless they were given permission.
Now where's the fun in that?
What's this astral plane that Professor Xavier was talking about?
The astral plane is a dimension of existence bordering on the edge of thought. It's based entirely on metaphor. So, a person who needs emotional protection would be covered in armor, and a person who wishes to be silent would be surrounded by a wall.
Sounds very weird.
Think of it as a dream, where everything has an alternate and deeper meaning.
Good luck on your mission. Be sure to keep an eye on the professor.
My dear, I always keep both eyes on Charles.
Yeah, what a fucking weirdo. Also, one thing I thought of is, like, isn't it kind of crazy that the only reason why Emma Frost exists is simply just because, hey, we already have too many goddamn telepaths. Why don't we do something a little bit different by making her have some other power? Yeah, make her be able to turn her skin into diamond or whatever. And then there's also, like, the whole thing of, like, you know, I don't know, kind of make her evil or something.
Oh, I be thinking that maybe you still got a little feeling or two for Magneto. I can understand that, but... Oh, tell me, Cher, you still got a little room in your heart for old Gambit?
I'm long done with Magneto. And you know I still care about you, you sneak thief. But think about what you're asking me.
Oh, sorry. I'll leave.
Don't you worry none, little Allison. I done heard everything that I need to know. I'll be going now.
What's Gambit angry about?
He and I have an on-again, off-again relationship. And this time, I'm the one who called it off. He'll pout about it for a while, but he'll be back.
Gambit seemed kind of worried you might still have feelings for Magneto.
I admit, at one time, Magneto held a very special place in my heart. And I know I broke his heart the day I left the Brotherhood.
Do you regret leaving?
Heck no! The Brotherhood is nothing but a bunch of backstabbing lowlives who'd be more than happy to kill off Magneto and take over leadership. The only problem is, none of them are anywhere near Magneto's strength.
See you later, Rogue?
Later, sugar.
What was the age difference between Rogue and Magneto in that relationship? Just curious.
Allison, I'm gonna be gone for a little while.
Where are you going?
I can't say, but it shouldn't take long.
If you're gone, who's gonna be in charge of the team?
Storm will be the X-Men team leader in my absence.
Can I go with you?
You know, you probably would come in handy, but no. This is something I have to do alone.
Okay. See you later, Cyclops.
See you soon, Allison.
Allison, I can't help but notice you've been extremely somber lately. Is something wrong?
I'm worried about Illyana.
That's very kind of you. I'm sure Peter appreciates your concern.
I wish there was something I could do to help.
Allison, the more I get to know you, the more I'm convinced you were an X-Man before you even came to the mansion.
What do you mean I was already an X-Man?
Your concern for the welfare of others, even those you don't know, is exactly how the X-Men feel. Much like you, they are willing to go to any lengths to help those in need.
Will Dr. McTaggart be able to save her?
Moira is an extremely gifted scientist. And don't forget that Charles Xavier is also on the case. Not to worry, young lady. Illyana couldn't be in better hands.
Thanks, Beast. You're the greatest.
I wouldn't debate that point with you at all, my friend.
Guten Tag, Fräulein Magma.
What are you up to?
I am lending Cyclops a hand in his search.
What search?
We are trying to discover how Mystique knew to go to the Harp facility to find the location of Magneto's prison.
Oh, right. That's how the Brotherhood knew he was on the Arbiter. Are you having any luck in your search?
Yeah, this would try the patience of Job. But we uncovered one intriguing bit of information.
And that would be?
Someone in the military has been leaking information to the Brotherhood.
But the military distrusts mutants as much as anyone else.
Indeed. And that is exactly what makes this information so intriguing.
See you later, Nightcrawler.
Auf Wiedersehen, Allison. Was ist los, Beast? Why call such a mysterious meeting, huh?
I apologize for the cryptic message, but I fear we are about to come under attack from cloaked invaders.
What? How do you know?
Normally, I never would have detected them, but their variant covalence bands were interfering with an experiment dealing with hyperbolic...
If there's a point, Beast, you should be getting to it.
As you wish, Wolverine. I've discovered someone is attempting to access the Xavier protocols.
Those contain information on every known mutant in the world. If they fell into the wrong hands, no mutant would be safe.
Any idea who's doing it, Beast?
Anyone attempting to infiltrate our network would have to be nearby. But I've scanned the mansion grounds and can't detect anyone. Therefore, it seems reasonable to assume our unwanted guests are cloaked.
Now it makes sense. For the past half hour, I've been catching thoughts from minds that I've never encountered before.
Jean, do you think you can pinpoint where these thoughts are coming from?
Yes, but I can only locate one mind at a time.
That's all we'll need. All right, team, let's get out there. And pay close attention to Jean's instructions.
I can sense them nearby. Search the grounds and I'll mark the ones closest to us.
Alright. So Colossus is available for us to use. Hold on. Alright, so we have Colossus now available as a party member, but then we also have Emma Frost as a party member. But we are not going to be using Emma Frost unless we need to. Whoa, isn't it crazy? These people were not here earlier when Allison was walking around. Alright, so yeah, basically what we have to do in this mission is just go around the entire grounds to see if we can find enemies and defeat them. And that's it. Alright, it's a little ominous that they just lined up some energy packs and lined up some health packs right as soon as we walked into this level. But we should be fine.
We have incoming!
Who the fuck was that? Was that supposed to be Colossus? Motherfucker did not sound like Colossus.
That's all. Good job, guys.
Now, if one of you would be so kind as to gather the communication gear from one of these gentlemen, it could prove most beneficial.
Those Gerso soldiers had some of the most advanced gear I've ever seen. And they fought as if they were specifically trained to battle mutants.
Yes. This is most disconcerting.
Okay, Beast, you got the gear. Now tell us where their home base is, so we can clean it out.
Just one moment. All I have to do is reconfigure the transmitter and triangulate the beacon signal. Voila! Now we can ascertain who our invisible friends were communicating with. Canada. Intriguing. Now if I narrow the search...
Was ist das? I do not know this place.
That facility once belonged to the Canadian government. It's where the Weapon X project was carried out many years ago.
Professor, wasn't Logan a victim of Weapon X?
Indeed, which is precisely why Logan has already left.
I can't talk for long. We're getting ready to leave for the Astral Plane.
Why are you going to the Astral Plane?
Professor Xavier wants a group of us to go. He said he'd explain why at the mission briefing.
What's the astral plane?
The astral plane is a realm of the mind where thoughts become reality, but it works entirely on metaphor, kind of like in dreams.
Oh, so like people who feel trapped or in chains and stuff like that?
Exactly.
Can non-psychic people go to the astral plane?
I've heard of a few very rare cases, but non-psychics have very little impact there. Psychics, on the other hand, can reshape the astral plane to match their state of mind.
Good luck on your mission.
Thanks, Allison. I'm sure we'll be perfectly safe.
So, we get to choose which one we do want to do first. And the astral plane is kind of boring, if I'm being honest. So let's do... I guess we'll do that one, get it out of the way.
Report to the war room for a mission briefing. I called this meeting to inform you that several of us will be taking a trip to the astral plane shortly.
Several? But Charles, I only see you and Jean.
I will be joining them.
Cool, the White Queen is here. It figures they'd call in another super telepath to join the group.
But what is the astral plane?
It's a dimension of the mind. One where thoughts become reality.
Why are you going to the astral plane, Professor?
I'll let Moira answer that question.
X-Men, I believe we've discovered the cause of Illyana's coma.
You have? Tell me, Doctor, quickly.
Her mind no longer inhabits her body, Colossus.
We believe Illyana is on the astral plane.
But she has no psychic powers. How can this be?
I agree, Colossus. It is very strange indeed. And that is the reason Jean, Emma, and I are going to investigate the astral plane. In my absence, Scott will be in charge should any trouble arise. I can feel Illyana's mind is here.
Me too. She's definitely on the astral plane.
This doesn't make sense. How could a non-telepathic mutant become trapped on the astral plane?
I don't know, but be vigilant, my friends. This is highly unusual.
Alright, so this level is really boring. The only real interesting thing about this level is the fact that you get to play as maxed out leveled Professor X. Straight up max level 40. Like, honestly, if you play as either Jean Grey or Emma Frost in this level, you're honestly probably, really stupid. Because why would you want to play as anyone else? This motherfucker is maxed out.
Professor, what are those creatures?
I'm not certain, but apparently they mean us harm.
Good. I'm in the mood for a fight.
I mean, like I said, this level's kind of boring, You're gonna face, like, the same 2 enemy types, and they're not even gonna be really a challenge at all, because you have maxed out level, you got maxed out Professor X the entire time. So it's like, they don't stand a chance.
I'll be back shortly.
Don't worry, I got Professor X. It ain't gonna be no problem. Oh no, it's an ambush.
Follow me.
Okay. Oh my god.
Very well, very well.
Oh my god. And mission failed. Oh my god. I thought that it opened something up over there, man. I was like, oh, they must have made a bridge or stairs. No, a stairway to hell. That's what it made. I was so worried about them falling off and dying. Should have been worried about me making a stupid mistake like a flippin' idiot. I like how it was like, Professor Xavier died. Game over. Which I guess makes sense, especially since he's kind of crucial to this specific mission. But yeah, it was very weird.
We must escape.
This way! Who's doing this?
I pray it's not whom I suspect. Quickly, that portal will take you to Illyana.
We're not leaving without you, Professor. Don't be a fool, girl. We must escape.
Get out! Show yourself, Shadow King. I know it's you.
Hello, Xavier. I'm impressed you remember me.
I'd never forget the true face of evil.
I have to give him credit. The brat Illyana served her purpose.
Give who credit? Someone told you to kidnap Illyana?
No one would dare give an order to Shadow King. I was advised that stealing the child would lure you into my world. And here you are.
What do you intend to do now?
I should have thought it obvious, Xavier. I will have my revenge.